Welcome everybody. We are here to talk about the UFL Season 2 Team Pass, which also has the option to buy the Cristiano Ronaldo Team Pass. And there's two different variations of that we'll get into, but the concept remains the same as Season 1. You had the regular Team Pass for free, and then in Season 1 it just was the Adidas Team Pass instead of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now you see there, you get two versions of the CR Team Pass, as it says. The Elite Pass, which has striking rewards and a 400 star point bonus, and the Deluxe Pass has the striking rewards and an 1800 star point bonus, and then it says star point store to boost your progress. So the Elite Pass runs you 1,000, Deluxe Pass runs you 2,000. For the life of me, I can't remember if there's two different paid options for Season 1 with Adidas. I thought there was only one, but I could be wrong. Now, it's much of the same concept as with content as well, where in Season 1 you had the customizable Adidas, kits, balls, badge. You had your choices of that. Some true to life, some just unique to the UFL. Same thing with this season. It's just all based around CR7. You'll have the real life kits such as like the Sporting Lisbon and Portugal kits, just without the Nike sponsorship. But then you'll have the unique to UFL like cleats that are obviously a play on Ronaldo's Nike cleats. They just say Ronaldo on the side. He had a version of these that he wears with his, player already. They're like white and green. They just change the colors. And then obviously like that ball is unique to UFL. So you see there the Portugal kit, which again, it's a true life kit. It just doesn't have the sponsorship on it. Then all of the stuff in between is the same. You get some packs, some LP, RP, CP bonuses, some premium days on your premium pass or whatever. So all that stays the same. The coin, the cost of it for, how many star points it costs you, that looks roughly the same as well. Obviously, those star points are only useful for this team pass. Like I had like $2,000 left at the end of the season. I was hoping they would at least, carry over. But they don't, and it doesn't work for anything else. I was able to literally finish the entire paid Adidas Team Pass with, weeks to spare. I can't even remember the exact time, but it's been a while since I got everything. So if you didn't buy the Season 1s and you're wondering if you can get everything in Season 2, I can almost guarantee you can. I will say I did play the game a lot, but I had, like I said, a ton of time to spare. So if you're thinking about buying it and you play the game at least a decent amount, you should be fine. Now, just like in Season 1, they didn't release everything. There's certain customizable, kits, balls, jerseys, whatever it may be that aren't, listed yet. But one thing they did list on the final page, instead of getting, your choice of a player pick between whatever it was, however many players, you actually get CR7 himself. Now, for many people, this is awesome. Like, it's something to grind for, right? That's cool. For me, and for many players like me in the Premier Division that played at the highest level, we had to pretty much purchase our teams as we were grinding the game because there were so many OP teams at the top of the game, right? And so I've already had Cristiano Ronaldo. He was originally my striker. Then I sold him for Holland. Then I got him back when I think it was the first patch, maybe the second, when I went to the 4-4-1-1, I played him underneath Holland as like that second striker / cam, right? So for me, it's not exciting because I had him and I've already wanted to kind of spruce up the game for me. So I sold all of my top players. I sold Holland, Ronaldo, I sold Mbappe and Messi. And I'm literally building up the likes of like Jackson, Endrick, who do I have on the wings right now? I can't remember who I have, honestly. Samu's a striker I have. Like, I'm just trying to make my own meta players and build them up and challenging myself to compete against all these teams that now have all these meta players, these top players in the game. So that's just what I decided to do to kind of give the game some purpose, just because I've been in the Premier Division for so long and there's no rewards or anything like that. So I am excited to see the Team Pass. I will not be buying the Team Pass this time, not because I don't support the game, not because, I think it's a ripoff, because in this case, I think that this is absolutely fine, right? Meaning to charge for the Team Pass like this. It is a free game. They got to make money somehow. There are other scammy things I think they do that I don't agree with Strikers on, such as the cost of their skin packs, particularly the mythic packs. Some of the silly that silly LP challenge they did where you had to buy a stadium for like $20 or 15 and then get like 5 LP per win. It was just, there's certain things I don't like, but Strikers, this isn't one of them that I don't like. I think the team passes are an awesome concept, the way they did it too. I would change a little bit of not the two options that are customizable each page. I would just change, maybe make it more skin packs or maybe some personal ones. I would change like the middle part, right? I love the two, like whether it's a badge and a kit or a badge and a ball, whatever it is. I love that on each page. It's just the rest I would kind of spruce up or change. So seeing that's exactly the same, I wasn't too happy about that. I do like the idea of, instead of a player pick out of like 8 players or 10, whatever it was, I like the idea that you work your way up to Ronaldo since it is a Ronaldo-themed team pass. That's all cool. The customizable stuff, like the stuff that's unique to UFL, is awesome. Like, they have some really cool stuff. I think customization-wise, for not having like true life licenses for a vast majority of teams, I think UFL did a great job. I love a lot of the different boots and balls and stuff that they have in the store. If you haven't been yet, you can take a look here. A lot of very cool things. Like I said, I think the customization UFL does an excellent job on. And as far as the price of some of the stuff, I don't disagree with some of it. And then others I think are steep. The packs are a whole nother story. I think those are an absolute ripoff. But we're not talking about packs here. The customization stuff alone is just awesome. With that being said, there's a lot to fix in the game. So I'll give you an example. I've already sold all my top players, like I was saying. I'm trying to spruce up the game for myself, so I'm on this journey to build my own meta players, right? And in the meantime, I'm going to be challenged by facing a lot of teams that already have all these top players, similar to how I was kind of the early one to get them because I was one of the early ones to make it all the way to the top. And to compete, you almost had to have those meta teams, right? But as the game kind of turned in the wrong direction, it got pretty boring for me. So that's my one motivation, is like, man, I'm excited to see what Endrick turns into as he gets to like a 90-91. Same with Jackson, right? Same with the wingers that I have. And I can't even remember the wingers that I have right now. So Savio, I have Savio, and literally can't remember the other one. Casono, I have at center back, I remember. But either way, I just want to build my own meta players. I literally got either no-name players or lower, no matter what, lower-rated players. So why I bring that up, though, is because, like, the main thing to get hyped up about, right, was to get Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, for me, I'm not hyped up. And for many players, it's the same because we've had long enough time to grind this game now. Many players either have them or chose not to get them, so maybe now they can add them to their team and they could be excited too. Maybe some of the other players that are more casual and haven't been able to get them will be able to. I know in the comments section I saw where somebody had mentioned, like, I'm upset that everybody gets Cristiano. It's like, I just grinded for him. And it's like, it felt like it feels like an accomplishment. And that happens at FC sometimes too, where you grind like crazy for a player, you finally get them, and then like they'll release an evolution for like the gold card that's now better than that player you grinded for, or like stuff like that happens. So trust me, I get the feeling. For me, it's like the same kind of disappointment, but for a different reason, just because I already had Cristiano, so I'm not looking forward to it. Whereas like I know FC's much further in advance, but I'm just saying, I look forward to their content every day, right? I took a hiatus from the game, so now my goal is to build up my team, knowing I won't have the top team of the year or meta players, but knowing that I have the chance to do different evolutions or find different cheap beasts, right? Here, I had all the meta players, and then I sold them, and now I have all of the lower rated players that I want to build, but either way, there's nowhere else to go. Like, I've already been to the top where I had all the meta players and there was nowhere else to go. And now I have all the players that I want to boost all the way up, which means I'm just going to have those players. So I can keep boosting them up. So there's literally nowhere to go. Which turns me to the team pass. They did a great job. And it is cool if you get your starter points, and then you get to go get, whatever it is, whatever the kit or badge that you might want, or maybe you're just looking forward to opening a skin pack or something. Like, that's the cool part of the team pass. But is it going to be enough to kind of put the lipstick on the pig, and people actually don't call it a pig, if that makes sense? Because the game is pretty much in the doghouse right now. It's just got a lot of things that make it not very fun, that make it frustrating to play, that make it very similar to FC as it was crashing down before they had their last patch. So, in my opinion, this isn't enough to kind of, overshadow and just raise all the excitement to a point where no one thinks about all these problems with the game. But they did do a good job with this customization for sure, and so that's all we're talking about with that. As far as the game goes, we'll just have to see what happens. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep playing. Great stuff on the Team Pass. I'll just be doing the regular one and grinding my players up, and that's what I'm most excited about, seeing where they can go, especially Endrick. I think he truly will end up being the best attacking player in the game. That's how I just feel like he has some special sauce on him, and maybe the skin does help, right? I was talking about that earlier, but I just think he's one of those players similar to like a Van Dijk or like a Chouameni, has just that special feel in FC. And there's just those certain players, right? Everybody knows some players that just have that aura about them no matter what their stats are. So as he gets more skill points and as he gets more attributes, I can only imagine what he's going to be like. So for me, that's my motivation, and then it'll be cool to get some of this CR7 based, themed Season 2 stuff, and we'll go from there. So definitely a positive as far as the release of this. I definitely give it an A for sure. I think the paid version is worth it. You see some of the stuff only the Team Pass, the CR Team Pass can get. So you can decide if you want to buy it or not. And with that being said, keep grinding, keep having fun. We'll see you next time.